How long is too long to be buried after you die? A week, a month? For one Phoenix war vet, it took even longer. Joe, you've been trying to put the pieces together on this one.
An unusual situation. Man dies, no relatives nearby or around. Funeral home has the body and has a right to get paid, but one woman believes it never should have happened this way.
I just want to see him buried, and I don't understand why it is that they're taking so long to do that.
She's Lori Fulmer from her Texas home, talking about a man, a Vietnam vet she used to know pretty well.
We were engaged for a brief period of time.
That was 18 years ago. Lori says she and Richard Ball split as friends, keeping in touch occasionally. Then in February, she gets a letter and finds
Richard Ball had died December 19th.
The police report shows the 67-year-old Ball was found dead, sitting in a recliner in his Phoenix apartment. Nothing unusual, but Lori says it soon got very strange for her.
They were trying to get a hold of me because of insurance benefits.
The letter was sent by Phoenix attorney Aida Rico, wanting to represent her. You may be entitled to a significant amount of funds. This is not a scam. Could she be Richard's life insurance beneficiary? Lori says she's confused. She signs with Rico and then says she gets alarming news from La Paz Funeral Home in Phoenix about Richard's body.
They told me that he was on ice. They said that they've got him in a refrigeration unit.
2 months after he died, La Paz still had not buried Richard. While there's no state law saying when a body has to be buried or cremated, Lori thinks 2 months is too long.
I'm astonished about it. What I care about is getting him buried. That's my big concern.
And Lori gets an invoice from La Paz for funeral services and 67 days of storage so far.
When I asked her, can't we just get this done and talk about the bill later? She said no. And I said, well, how much is it? Maybe I would pay it. And she sent me an invoice. There is no way that I can afford to pay this bill.
The bill, $15,000 and growing every day.
I think the reason that they came after me was because they thought there was deep pockets there.
Lori says attorney Rico nor the funeral home were giving her answers, so she let me know.
Ms. Harding? Hi, it's Joe Ducey with ABC 15.
I tried talking to La Paz funeral home owner Chella Harding.
I just had a question for you about Richard Ball. Can you tell me anything about him? Spenders?
Neither she nor attorney Rico responded to my questions.
It was critical that we felt that the body should have been handled, services should have been taken care of, at least be buried.
Rudy Thomas is director of the Arizona Board of Funeral Directors and Embalmers. Lori filed a complaint with his office.
Very seldom do we see those kind of prices that would, linger up into the thousands of dollars.
Thomas says his office is investigating how the body was handled, transported, and respected. The day after I called La Paz Funeral Home, and exactly 3 months after his death, Richard Ball's remains were taken to the National Memorial Cemetery of Arizona and buried where vets belong.
It goes beyond the bounds of normal decency, and especially the fact that he's a veteran, and they're treating a veteran this way. He has a cemetery plot. Just bury the guy, and then sort everything out later.
Attorney Rico and Lori did end their contract. Lori later confirmed she is Richard Ball's beneficiary and collected an amount she says would not pay for most funerals. Tomorrow she's scheduled to testify as the funeral board meets to decide if there were any violations involving this case. We'll be there too. If you've got funeral home complaints, you go to abc15.com, click on sections and let Joe know. I've got a link to the regulatory board right there. And if you need my help, here's how to get hold of me.
All right, Joe, thank you. And